Hey, welcome everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. I hope everybody's doing well. Right about to start another 1959 San Francisco at Milwaukee. And in the standings, Milwaukee is half game behind the Dodgers, depending on what happens today. Not totally sure. But Milwaukee is in second place. They beat the Dodgers in a two-game set, both games. It's going to be Lou Burdett versus Jack Sanford for the Giants. They're both B pitchers. For the Giants, it's Davenport, Kirkland, and Mays. Willie Mays in center field. Cepeda, the first baseman. Spencer at second base. Brandt, the left fielder. Landreth, the catcher. Brassoud, the shortstop, and Sanford at pitcher. Bruton, the center fielder. Matthews at at third base for Milwaukee. Aaron in right field. Covington, the left fielder, Torrey at first base, Crandall the catcher, Logan the shortstop, O'Brien the second baseman, and Burdett the pitcher. We are right about to start. All right, let's start rolling. Remember, this is Fall Classic Baseball. You roll 2d6, read the red one first, and then, of course, the d20 is going to give us the outs. That's a 51, so that's a KD check. That's an error check. On 51 is going to be on the pitcher. The pitcher is a 3 error, so he'll field the ball cleanly and 1 away. Let go to. All right. So that is 1-3, and here comes Willie Kirkland, left-handed hitter. Kirkland's batting .282 with 9 home runs, a 45. Grounded to short, scooped up by Logan. Over to first, 2 away. Willie Mays now. Pitch to Willie Mays, a 25, and that's a fly ball. Deep center field, backing up a few steps is Bruton, and he makes the catch that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down. Here come the Braves. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Snake Eyes, Bruton, and that's tapped right back to the mound. Sanford over to first, 1 down. Eddie Matthews now batting .272 with 24 home runs and 25, and that is a ground ball to the first baseman. He will step on the bag ahead of Matthews, 2 away. Hank Aaron with a 14, and that is a fly ball center field. Willie Mays puts it away. 3 up and 3 down. We'll go to the top of the second. Orlando Cepeda with a 23, and it's a strikeout. Chases the curveball. Darryl Spencer, right-handed hitter with 66, and that's a drive. Going to be 1 hop off the wall, played by Bruton. He's headed for second base and in there safely with a 1-out double. So Darryl Spencer doubles. And here is Jackie Brandt. Brandt with a 23, struck him out. 2 away. 2 out, 1 on. Hovey Landreth. Pitch from Burdett, 25, and that's a base hit. Will that score Spencer? And yes, he does. 1-0. Giants. Against a righty, it's a hit. So that's the splits roll. Here's Eddie Brassoud. I looked up how to pronounce the name. I realized I wasn't comfortable with it. And that's bounced up the middle, and that's through. See where the runner will go on that. F will go to third. Landreth is A, so he will stop it unless there's 2 outs. Hold on a second. With center fielder is A, Bruton is A, so he'll go to third. First and third with 2 outs. Here's pitcher Sanford. Pitch from Burdett. 33, and that's a strikeout. Now, Burdett did not have a good season. He had a 4 ERA, so don't expect. It's not like he's the ace of the staff. So 1 run comes in on 3 hits. They strand a couple. Go to bottom of the second, 1-0 Giants. Wes Covington leading off. Covington's batting .286 with 5 home runs. Pitch 22, and that is base hit. Line to right. On a first. Covington with good, decent speed. Next is Frank Torrey. Torrey with a 54 with men on base. That's a 54 chart. Look up, wild pitch, a 10. And he is a wild pitch here of 1 to 15. So that is a wild pitch. Going to second is Covington. Torrey. And he grounds one to second base. That'll move the runner over. 4-3. Runner on third. Infield will be in on this. Crandall with a 65. That's a drive way back into the seats. Home run. 2-run shot for Del Crandall. 2-1 Braves. That is Crandall's, let's see, that is Crandall's 18th of the season. He's been hitting home runs like I've never seen. Johnny Logan is next. Pitch from Sanford with a 21, and that'll be popped up. He's a righty, so to first base. 2 down. And Sanford to O'Brien. 46 and a 12. That's going to be ballpark. O'Brien is a righty at 12. Will fall into the pop-up foul out range near the stands. First baseman Cepeda is there. And that retires the side. All right. So 1 run comes in on the 2 runs on a 2-run home run. And it's 2-1 Braves. Go to top of the third. Jim Davenport leads off, top of the order. Burdette with the pitch. It's a 43, and that'll be a fly ball to right. A couple of steps in, and Aaron's got it. Kirkland. Oh, that's a 54, and that is going to be a fly ball to left. Will it be an error? 18 is way too high. Covington makes the catch. 2 down. Willie Mays is up, and that's going to be a 42, and that is tapped right back to the pitcher. No runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the third. Burdette leads off with a 13. He swings and misses. Down on strikes. Bruton is next. Bill Bruton batting .326. Been ripping the hide off the ball, but a 12 is a fly ball down the line, and Brandt with a nice running catch. Got a good read on that ball right off the bat and ran it down into the corner. So Brandt flashing the leather a little bit here. Here's Eddie Matthews. Matthews been in a tremendous slump, and that's going to be a strikeout. His slump continues. Was batting 300. He's got his average down to 272 now. Here's Orlando Cepeda leading off the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits in that inning. Nobody left. And a 31 is banged up the middle, and that's a base hit for Cepeda. He's on at first. He is F. Pretty good base runner. Here is Darryl Spencer, who doubled earlier, and that's a 33. That's going to be a single. Lines one to left. Cepeda will stop at second. We got first and second. Next is Jackie Brandt. Brandt is a 270 hitter with 12 home runs. We're going to let him swing away. And a 25 will be an 11. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Both runners will advance. Let me just make sure Spencer's, yeah, everybody's pretty fast. So 5-3, both runners advance. Landreth is next. And pitch, 25, and that's a base hit. Oh, again, I think I rolled that twice. And 2 runs may score. Another, it's a splits number, and it's a single against a righty. And both runs will score. So 3 RBIs here for Landreth, who is a thorn in Burdett's side. So the Giants have retaken the lead 3-2. And Eddie Brasou, here's a pitch, and that's a 36, so it'll be a 19. That's a fly ball to right field. Under it is Aaron for out number 2. And the pitcher, Jack Sanford. So 41, that'll be a fly ball center field. On the run is Bruton, and Bruton runs it down. A little shallow fly ball that Bruton had to come in for. And that ends the inning. A couple of runs come in on 3 hits. And the score is 3-2. Giants, bottom of the 4th. It's Hank Aaron leading off. See if he can get going as well. He's been in a slump, and that's a deep fly ball center field. And Willie Mays back to the track, looks up, and that's gone. Aaron homers to lead off the inning to tie the game at 3 apiece. So 3 all, and that is Aaron's Aaron's 13th home run. He's really not hit home runs. I have not rolled the numbers for him. He's got an excellent card, but I just have not rolled the numbers for him to hit home runs. All right, here's Wes Covington with a 26, and against a righty, that's a bouncing ball through the right side for a single. So he's 2 for 2 today. Next up is Frank Torrey. Pitch to Torrey, a 35, and that's a 13. He's a lefty, so that's gonna be a ground ball to first base. Runner Willard. Wait a second. Hold on a second. I put it in the wrong spot. Ooh. Single, G3, and 35 with a 13. Okay, that was Torrey, so he moves up. Yeah, I just put it in the wrong spot. Let me just slide it to the right. Clean this up. Crandall with a runner at second. Pitch to Crandall. That's a 46 and a 19. That's going to be a drive in the gap. And Crandall's going to try for 2. Scoring is Covington. Let's see if he can make it. That's the right fielder. Kirkland is out there. Kirkland's arm in right field is a 4, so we're going 1-4, and he is out. So we're going to roll a die. 1-4, and he is out, and he is out. Trying for second. It's an RBI single, and it's a 4-3 game now. But he is out 9-6, trying to stretch it into a double. So Crandall picks up an RBI. And there are 2 outs with nobody on. Here comes Johnny Logan. Logan's batting .278 with 6 home runs. And a 34 will be a ground ball base hit for Logan. He's on at first. Johnny O'Brien, not a great hitter, batting 196 and 100 at bats, a 63, and that'll be a ground ball to short, fielder's choice. That ends the inning. So 2 runs come in on 4 hits. Score is 4-3. Milwaukee Braves. And top of the 5th, Jim Davenport, who's 0 for 2 today, is grounded out and flied out. Here's a pitch. That's a 25, and that'll be a fly ball. Center field on the run is a second. I didn't in that last inning. On the run is Bruton, and Bruton tracks it down for the first out here of the 5th inning. F8. Next up is Willie Kirkland, the lefty, and that's a 46 with a 5. He's a lefty, and that's going to be a foul ball. Pull down the line, foul. Here's the pitch to Kirkland again, a 41, and that'll be a pop-up. Lefty will pop it up to third base. Foul territory. Third baseman near the stands, and Matthews comes up with it. What a great catch by Matthews. He stuck with that into the stands and reached over and pulled it back into the field. Here is Willie Mays. Willie Mays is 0 for 2 today. He flied out and bounced out to the pitcher. 2 out, top of the 5th. 4-3 Braves. Braves are in the hunt for first place. 34, and that's going to be a bouncer up the middle, and that's a base hit for Mays. He's on at first. And Cepeda now. Orlando Cepeda with good power. See what happens. Lou Burdett checks in with Crandall for the sign, and he's a big curveball, and that ball is 24. A potential hit by pitch, and no, it's going to be popped up. Middle infield. Second baseman O'Brien makes the catch, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Move to the bottom of the 5th. 4-3 Braves. Sanford facing Burdett. Pitch is a 34, and that is a base hit off of Sanford's card. So Burdett is on. And Bruton up now. Going to let him swing away. Let's see, Burdett's allowed only 7 hits. Sanford's allowed only 7 hits. That's a 66. That's going to be a drive down the line. Fair ball into the corner. Kirkland plays it off the wall. And Burdett, let's see if Burdett can try to score on this. He will, on a risk. And Burdett is an A, so 1-3, he's out. And we're going to hold him up with nobody out. So it's going to be second and third. A bullet off the bat of Bruton into the right field corner. Played nicely off the wall by Kirkland. And they had to hold up Burdett at third base. So we got second and third here. And let's see what happens. Will we see will they walk Matthews and face Aaron? Matthews in a deep slump, so maybe not. Will they let Sanford continue? Sanford's only faced 19 batters. He can face up to 32. But we'll see what happens. Here goes. Eddie Matthews, 61. Infield will be back. 61 is going to be a strikeout. Big strikeout. Matthews continues struggling. Hold on a second. Bruton had that double. And then Matthews strikes out. And here comes Aaron. And they will, this is a tough situation. Aaron is a righty. They will face Aaron, who has not been hitting well of late. He did hit a homer in the 4th inning. Here's a pitch to Aaron. Infield is in. And that's going to be a 53, and that's going to be a range base hit. I'll tell you right now, that's a base hit. Oh, Willie Mays, wait a second. Ooh, to center field. Willie Mays is in center field. That may rob a hit. And no, he's only at 10 range. So that drops in, and it's going to be a single. Runners will advance 1 base, or run will score a single for Aaron. RBI, and it's going to be first and third. So Aaron, a looping liner that drops in front of Mays, and he's on first and third now with Covington 1 out. Covington is at the plate. He's a lefty. And Sanford's still in there. We're going with Sanford. Sanford's given up 9 hits and 5 runs, and that's going to be it for Sanford. We're going to pull him. We're going to pull Sanford here, and let's see what we got. Jones, he's a starter. Ooh, they really used up they really used the relievers heavily here. I don't really have anybody that's where I can say, oh, this guy's barely been used, because Worthington has been used tremendously. Jones has been used tremendously. Miller, not so much, but he is tired. So you know what? I'm going to stick with Sanford again. Runners on the 5-3, and I'm going to go. Runners going to be halfway up the middle for the double play and in on the corners trying to prevent the run. Let's see what happens. Covington, heck of a hitter. Here's a pitch from Sanford, and that's a 46 with a 10, and that will be popped up, and that's on the left side of the infield. Davenport is there, foul territory, and Davenport comes up with it. So a big out here for Sanford, and that's going to bring up Frank Torrey, who doesn't hit for beans. Scores 5-3 Braves here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a pitch to Frank Torrey, and that's going to be a 45, which will be a fly ball left field. Can of corn out there for Brandt. And that retire. Oh, that's going to wait a second. How many outs is that? Hold on, Cowboy. Covington. Foul out to third. That's the second out, and this is a fly out to left to end the inning. All right. So in that inning, there was one run came in on 3 hits, and we go bottom of the top of the 6th coming up. Darryl Spencer leading off against Lou Burdett. Here's a pitch, and that's a 24 with a 13, and that'll be an out. Bounce to short. Easy play for Logan. That was a strike to Torrey at first. 1 away. Here's Jackie Brandt. Oh, and that's foul back. Souvenir for a lucky fan, a 32 will be a fly ball center field. In a couple of steps is Bruton, and he's there for the out. Landreth now. Landreth, and that's going to be a bouncer to shortstop who charges, bare hands, fires to first, and oh, just got him by half a step. 3 up and 3 down. If Logan hadn't barehanded that ball, I don't think there was enough time to get it from the glove to the hand. He would have beaten it out because Landreth has good speed. Let's see what he was given. Landreth has good speed. He's an A. And Del Crandall leads off here against Jack Sanford, who we're trying to get innings out of because the bullpen I can see the bullpen is beat up. The San Francisco bullpen has been used tremendously here. Crandall, and that's a 33, and that'll be a line drive base hit to left, played on a hop by Brandt, gets it into Brassou. So a leadoff single for Del Crandall, and he's 3 for 3 already, batting .267 now. He's raised his average about 30 points over the last few games, over the last month, I guess. Johnny Logan. And Crandall is an A. Let me take a quick sip of, what did I have here? Oh, yeah. All righty. Johnny Logan's up. Here's a pitch from Sanford, and it's going to be a 64. That'll be a ground ball to short. That'll be a fielder's choice unless second baseman has a strong arm. Let's see. Spencer. I don't know that Spencer has a strong arm. Second base, he does not. He has an average arm, so it's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice. O'Brien is up next. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Score is 5-3. Braves, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Giants, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. O'Brien now. Pitch from Sanford. It's a 53 with a 5. And that's going to be most likely caught by right fielder Kirkland. Kirkland is a range of a 10, so he'll run that down. F9 for out number 2. So it's a drive in the gap, and Kirkland chases it down. And here's Lou Burdett. Lou Burdett is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Pitch from Sanford with a 31, and that's a bouncing ball up the middle, and that's through for a hit. And runner will stop at second. Hit hard, so Mays got to it quickly, and they held up Logan. And Bill Bruton with runners on first and second. Again, trying to squeeze Sanford, get the most innings I can out of him, because just and I look at the bullpen and I'm like, oh man, I want to avoid going into that bullpen if I can. I need him to just get some outs. Pitch to Bruton, who's a heck of a hitter, and this will be an out that I was looking for. It's popped up left side. Brissou goes back, Davenport goes back, Brandt comes in, he calls them all off, makes the running catch. So no runs, 2 hits, 2 left, and we move to the top of the 7th. All right. So leading off, it's going to be the shortstop, Eddie Brissou. Pitch from Brandt with a 16, and that is hit to Logan, who fires a strike to Torrey for the first out. Sanford, we're going to let him bat. Again, I'm trying to squeeze innings out of him. 26, and that's a ground ball to third, scooped up by Matthews. 2 down. 6-3 and 5-3. And Davenport is up. Top of the 7th, 5-3. That's a 43, and that'll be tapped right back to the mound. Brandt bobbles it for a split second, but then throws it over to Torrey to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down. We go to 7th inning stretch here in Milwaukee. Matthews leading off. Eddie Matthews, who's mired in a deep, deep slump. If I went back and been playing this for about a week, Matthews went 0 for 4. He's 0 for 3. That's 0 for 7. Then he's 1 for 12. 1 for 12. Then he is 2 for 17. Then he is 2 for 22. Then he is 2 for 27. Then he is 3 for 30. And he is 4 for 33. 4 for 33. Holy smokes. In his last, 6 or 7 games. All right, let's see if he can break out of it. Jack Sanford's still in there. He still can go 32. He's gone 27, 28. I need innings out of Sanford because just the bullpen for the Giants is beat up. Here's the pitch. And that's a 35, which will be a bouncer to third base. Picked up by Davenport. Throws a strike to Cepeda for the first out. He is 4 for 34. And he's got a heck of a card. Just not rolling the numbers. Here's Hank Aaron now, who's 2 for 3 today. Pitch from Sanford, and that's going to be a 53 with an 18. That's going to be a base hit range play, but that's going to fall in past the diving second baseman, who knocks it down but stays in the infield. But there's no way of throwing out Aaron, who's got excellent speed. So there's no way Spencer gets to that, by the way. It's an 18. I rolled an 18. That's how high I rolled. And there's just no way he's that high. Spencer at second base is a 9 range. So, yeah, he's not going to get to that. So, 1 out, 1 on. Covington is up. That's Aaron's 3rd hit of the day. He's got his batting average over 300 again. There's a pitch. 33, that's a drive. It's a base hit. In the gap, cut off by Kirkland. Let's see how far. He will go to 3rd. So Aaron goes to 3rd, and it's going to be 1st and 3rd now. And that's Covington's 3rd hit of the day. Bottom of the 7th, 1st and 3rd. We're going to bring the infield in at the corners, looking for that double play. So it's 1st and 3rd, and Sanford to Torrey. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Here's a pitch, and that is a 24, which is a hit by pitch. And it's a hit by pitch. That loads the bases, so Torrey gets plunked. And bases are full here for Del Crandall. Crandall is 3 for 3. He's got a home run and 2 singles, driven in 3 today, so he's having a heck of a day. And I think this is going to be it. I can't push him anymore. We're going to go with Worthington. Let's grab Worthington real quickly here. I don't know, did I separate the pitcher? No, I didn't separate the pitchers and the batters. Alright, we're going to see what kind of... he's going to be an A. Worthington's going to be an A. He's got his A stuff. So we're going to slide this over. And he will be facing Crandall with the bases loaded. And here's the pitch. Infield's going to be in here, 36, and that'll be he's a righty. That's through the infield for a base hit. Runners advance 1 base. Would have been an out or even a double play had I played the infield back. So again, the bases are loaded. An RBI single for Crandall. That is his 4th hit of the day. He's 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Johnny Logan. We're going to play corners in and middle halfway for the double play. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a 41, which will be ball 4, and that's going to force in a run. So an RBI loads the bases. Next up is Johnny O'Brien, same infield. 54, that's going to be a wild one. 54, let's see, with runners on base, it's a wild pitch, and that is going to be, let's see, where's his wild pitch rating? 1/18, that is a wild pitch, because I rolled a 16, but it's 1/18, so it's still a wild pitch. And everybody moves up, and another run comes in. 9-3 now, 8-3, excuse me. So the score's on a wild pitch, and everybody moves up, so it's going to be 2nd and 3rd. For O'Brien. Infield is going to play in Fearless 24, and that is a 13, which is another base hit with the infield in. Another run scores. So I'm not going to play the infield in anymore because it just doesn't seem to work for me. So 1 run came in, the other held, and it's the pitcher Brandt. Infield's back at this point. 11 is a strikeout. Finally, playing infield back, he can strike somebody out. All right, and here's Bill Bruton with 1st and 3rd. And pitch from Worthington. Al Worthington with a 63, and that'll do it with a line drive and caught by the first baseman, Cepeda. That'll end the inning. But a big inning for the Braves. They pick up 4 runs on 4 hits, and we go to the top of the 8th inning. Score is 9-3 Braves. Davenport, no, it's going to be Kirkland with Brandt. We're going to try to get a complete game out of Brandt. Let's see if it'll happen. 33, that's line, base hit, center field, played on a hop by Bruton, who gets it in to O'Brien at 2nd. Next up is Willie Mays. Willie Mays with a snake eyes, and that's a base hit. Well, we'll just advance 1 base down by so many, 1st and 2nd. Next is Orlando Cepeda with good power. Pitch, and that's going to be a 21, struck him out. 1 down. 2 on, 1 out. Darryl Spencer with a 43, and that'll be a Ground ball to first base. Both runners will advance. Two on, two out. Jackie Brandt. Brandt is 0 for 3. Struck out, grounded out, and flied out. Pitch from Burdett with a 66, and that's going to be a drive over the center fielder's head. That will score 2. Digging for second is Brandt, and he's in there safe with a double. So two RBIs there. So a 2-out double for Jackie Brandt. And next up is Hobie Landreth, lefty hitter. Pitch from Burdett with a 45, and that'll a line drive to right. Right there is Aaron, and that retires the side. L9. Go to the bottom of the 8th. And it's going to be Eddie Matthews leading it off for the Braves, who are up 9-5. Pitch to Matthews, who's mired in a 4 for 34 slump, and he's going to bang one up the middle, and that gets through for a base hit. So that is 5 for 35. He's on at first. Hank Aaron. He's got 3 hits today. He's not going to get another one here. That's a ground ball to short. Goes to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Got him at first by half a step. That's 2 out. And here's Covington. Pitch from 36, and that'll be a bounce to the second base. Scooped up by Spencer. That retires the side. 2 runs there on 3 hits. No runs on 1 hit. Go top of the 9th. And it's Eddie Brosseau. Take a quick swig of my Alka-Seltzer. All right. Let's see, top of the 9th, bottom of the order. And we got a pinch hitter here, but Brosseau is going to, or Brosseau, going to lead off at 56, and that's a strikeout. Trying to get a complete game out of Burdett. Need the innings. And now it's the pitchers. We're going to get a call on a pinch hitter. Who's it going to be? Let's look at the bench. It's going to be, we need a lefty. It's going to be Wagner. So let's grab Wagner. All right. So Wagner is going to hit with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. The Braves lead it by a score of 9-5. The Braves with 9 runs, 16 hits, no errors. The Giants 5 runs, 10 hits and no errors. Here's the pitch from Burdett, who's trying to get a complete game out of. Swing and a miss, got him with the fastball. So Burdett still has a little bit left in the tank. And that he gets up to 36 now. He's up to 36 batters faced. He can face, if he allows a base runner, he has to get pulled. So let's see if he can get Davenport out. 2 away. So the Giants are down to their last out. Here's a pitch from Burdett. And that's going to be a 51. An error, it's going to be too high most likely for an error. It's going to be to second base, O'Brien. O'Brien's error rating at second base is a 2, so he'll make that play. Sure-handed O'Brien over to first, and that's the ball game. So the Braves win it by a score of 9-5. 9, 16, and 0, and 5, 10, and 0. Remember that Burdett had a fairly high ERA of over 4, even though he won 21 games. But he had 39 starts. He pitched 290 innings. So Davenport is going to ground out here to end the ball game. And let's look and see what the standings tell us. So Burdett is going to win here. He is 10-8. And Sanford takes the loss. He is 5-8. And let's pop out of here very quickly and take a quick peek at the standings. Let's finish today's schedule. See what the Dodgers do. Oh, the Dodgers won by a run, 4-3. Let's look at the standings and I'll tell you. Milwaukee's in first place by half a game. Or no, Milwaukee looks like they're in second place. Hold on, no. They're in second. Los Angeles is in first place. No, percentage-wise, Milwaukee's up in first place, 588 to 586 over the Dodgers. That's how close it is. Pittsburgh is in third place, and they're at 5.5 games behind. So interesting because the percentage point-wise, Milwaukee, the Braves are up by 2 percentage points. They're in first place by 2 percentage points, but they're still 0.5 games behind. So it's more complicated than I can figure out. But they are in first place according to these standings. So that's exciting. Let's set up for the next day, and I'll tell you what that's gonna look like for the Braves. Now I don't know much about the Braves. I've been learning a lot about the Braves. I was inspired to do this because I saw somebody on one of the forums and they were talking about the struggling Braves, and I said, well, let me see what happens if somebody else plays them. Not because I know what I'm doing any better than anybody else, just a lot of times it's just the luck of the draw. So it's going to be Warren Spahn 6-7 versus, I think it's Sam Jones 9-7. And Dodgers win in Crosley Field. Oh no, they actually lose. Excuse me, they lose 10-6. So now the Milwaukee is. Let's see the standings now. Hold on a second. Milwaukee is tied, but they're up by percentage points, 8 percentage points ahead of the Dodgers, because Milwaukee's 47-33, and the Dodgers are 51-37. So Milwaukee's in first place, and we got to play out this game, and hopefully we can beat the Giants, and we've been winning as of late. I'm going to print out the score sheets because I love doing score sheets by hand. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Any questions about the game, let me know. Come over to Universal Baseball Association Facebook group and the Fall Classic Baseball group as well, and all its affiliated groups. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.